Life insurance is one of the biggest industries in the world, with around $16 billion in premiums spent nearly every 6 months. This industry has been growing very rapidly, but not so much in the crypto space yet. So recently, I personally signed up for a Bitcoin life insurance policy. I applied on a waitlist for a company called Meanwhile, and they are the first crypto-denominated life insurer out there. They are the very first I've ever seen, and the cool thing about this project is that they raised $19 million for the project, Meanwhile, from some of the biggest names in the entire tech world and crypto space. This Bermuda-based business said it had closed 2 seed stage rounds. This was $19 million in fundraising. The first was led by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, alongside the former head of Stripe issuing, Lachie Groom, and the second round was led by Google's AI fund, Gradient Ventures. So this is a massive project in a untapped industry in the crypto space, and they're doing something very, very different. So this company is doing a few things that are pretty exciting in my opinion. So they say, look, the first and only life insurance company denominated in Bitcoin. Leverage the value of your Bitcoin during your life and secure your family's future after you're gone with our whole life insurance policy. So me personally, I did go through the process of creating that account, and you can see I'm in the middle of having this pre-qualification letter. So it's very simple, easy process. It's like 7 questions initially, and then a few more questions before you have to sign some documents. And after you go ahead and register and go about signing up for the wait list, you can see that there's a few main benefits about this life insurance company. So it says, look, first is going to be protection. Your loved ones get a fixed payment no matter when you die. Second is tax advantage savings. The long-term payout is higher than what you invest into the policy, and those returns grow tax-free. Third is liquidity. You can borrow BTC against your policy. So let's say your Bitcoin 10x. Let's say you put money into the policy and your Bitcoin 10x over the course of a few years or like a decade or so. Then you could borrow a BTC from them at the 10x higher cost basis. So you have the option of paying back the loan or netting the outstanding loan balance against the death benefit. Fourth is going to be hedge estate tax. So you can buy a policy worth 40% of your BTC holdings and keep it in your estate. So if BTC goes to the moon, your death benefit scales with the BTC in your estate to help cover the estate tax. So the thing really all about this life insurance policy is that it is all denominated in Bitcoin. So it doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes higher, and let's say it's $500,000 per coin 50 years from now, because ultimately you still had, let's say, 1 Bitcoin in your policy. So 1 Bitcoin now is 50,000. You could get $50,000. 1 Bitcoin 50, 60 years from now might be $500,000. So they don't care what the dollar amount of Bitcoin is. They just care about how much Bitcoin your policy is. And that is where the real long-term value stands out if you're a crypto investor, because it's ultimately just a tax efficient way to hold your Bitcoin with guaranteed growth and return. So it allows for liquidity through lending, is easy to set up, and it's like just a tax efficient way to hold your Bitcoin. It lasts your whole entire life, and since you're eventually going to die, everyone dies, well then with this product, it's designed to both protect your loved ones when that day comes, and also it's for your investments and like generational wealth, because as Bitcoin's price increases, and if you're bullish on Bitcoin long term, this is a product that is designed to allow you to really benefit from that. If we scroll down a little bit, we can see a little bit about their FAQs. So you can see right now it is currently available. You could join the waitlist, and a member of their team will reach out to you when it's your turn. So like I said, I have this whole entire application with this pre-qualification. Once you finish that, then a member of their team will reach out to you. How much does it cost? Well, it says, look, the policy costs vary based on your age, sex, and tobacco usage. They're currently working with clients on policies with a total premium of 1 BTC or greater and paid in equal installments over 10 years. So let's say For example, your policy is 10 Bitcoin. Then ultimately you pay 1 Bitcoin a year for 10 years. Let's say your policy is 1 Bitcoin. Well, then you pay zero point 0.1 Bitcoin every year for 10 years. And then the way it works, let's say you have to designate a few beneficiaries. So then they've received a fixed payout upon your death. And let's say Bitcoin's value is a lot more. Well, ideally, it's like you put in 5 or 10 Bitcoin, and then when it gets paid out, it's worth 10, 20 Bitcoin. They say, look, is it Bitcoin only right now? Right now, yes, premiums and claims are entirely denominated in BTC. They say, look, do I have to live in the US? Currently, this is a US-based product and company. It's for U.S. citizens and their tax situations. If you're a citizen of a different country and interested, they say simply join the wait list, and they'll let you know when it's available for you, what types of people purchase a policy, a U.S. taxpayer that intends to hold Bitcoin for the rest of their life. So if you have Bitcoin, let's say, in an account that you never plan on selling, you plan on holding basically forever, this is for you because you can borrow against it. You can realize gains from Bitcoin going up in value. This is basically one of the many reasons why people do it, is for these tax advantages. And they say, look, also, how should I think about sizing my policy? Our policy holders consider many things when deciding how to size their policy: total balance sheet, tax situation, current and future intent, exposure to Bitcoin, etc. We recommend consulting with your tax accountant before deciding what policy to take out. So remember, when you're taking out the policy, there's going to be those 10 equal installments over the course of 10 years. And they talk all about that. They say, look, that is basically how the policy is created. So this is a company that is doing things very different, not only in the crypto space, but in the insurance space, because this is a multi-billion-dollar a year industry. Like I told you at the beginning of the video, you can see that for life insurance industry reported the following premium for the first 6 months of 2023, $16 billion, which was a 33% decrease from the same period in 2022. But ultimately, this industry is never going away because people are always going to want to make sure that their families are taken care of once they pass away. So this is a company that I personally have been using. You can see I have my whole entire application right here. I'm not going to show you all of the specific details about me, but they've been on CNBC. Their founder, Zach Townsend, was on CNBC. We've seen that they've done multiple interviews and meetings before, and they've raised millions and millions of dollars by some of the biggest names in the tech world, in the crypto space, from Google. This is a major company that I think is going to do big things in crypto by combining the world of crypto and combining the world of insurance. So it's definitely worth checking out. This isn't like our normal videos where we normally talk about investing in cryptocurrencies, investing in stocks. This is something that is really a long-term advantage for people. And I wanted to share it with you guys because I'm using it, and I know a lot of you guys like Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin in your portfolio. And this is something that is just really beneficial.